Being a black woman in the gaming space, they make it sound like we're fairies.
There was nothing going on with the garage. Like, my missus was leaving $1 million in there. It was like, this is dead.
My dad loves it and he's like 63 and trust me, he's on Oculus, he's online. You wouldn't believe it, but it's like for any age, man. It's not just for the young people, it's for all ages.
There is a narrative that girls can't look the way I do or act the way I do.
I'm a Gen Zer. When I grew up, the internet was very much a lawless place. It still is a lawless place, to be honest.
This is what I'm going to do for free. Imagine what I'm going to do when you pay me.
All right, welcome everyone to the Level Up Elevation of Gaming panel. I go by the name of Mr. Midas. I am a video game TV presenter and content producer, and I've got some incredible people with me. So I just want to introduce each panelist. So we're going to start off with the guy beside me. He is a recording artist. We are talking the creator of Joey's Funhouse. We are talking a guy who did an incredible conversion of his garage to one of the sickest gaming spaces that I ever seen. I'm talking a man who's sponsored by Venom. He is a tech guru. You might know him as Joe Grind, but I call him Joey. Everyone, welcome to Joey to our panel today. And next to Joe, we have an incredible lady. She is a robotics engineer. I'm talking the founder of Takeover Foundation. I'm talking creator of Anime and Chill, which is one of the sickest nerd culture places in the UK. If you're into nerd culture, you need to be there. The one and only Neni in the building. Okay, over here with the pink hair, don't care. We are talking a cosmetic scientist and hair expert. As you can see, the hair turn up and look goody. Who became a content creator. I'm talking a Pokemon master, loves herself some Kirby, Team Nay Saga, the one and only Peach in the building. And last but not least, we have one of your own residents. We're talking a Croydon public video game video creator who does public interviews, challenges, freestyles, and has a series on Press Play, the one and only Smurfing Turk.
Hello, hello.
The reason why we've all come here today is because we have a love of content creation and love of gaming. But really, really shortly, I just want you to kind of all give me the reason why you kind of stepped into the space that you're in, all right? So why you decided to create content, why you decided to step into this realm.
All right, so I bought a house and I turned my garage into a gaming room. And basically, there was nothing going on with the garage. Like, my missus was leaving $1 million in there. It was like, this is dead, like, whatever. At that moment, I had started a YouTube channel that I was talking about, like, gaming and tech stuff, and I didn't know what I was going to do with it and whatever. But I said, you know what, let me convert this and then see where I go from there. But as I started building it, there were so many people that didn't know what to fill the space with. And it was like, raw, like, I'm saying, what are you going to put, what would you put in your gaming room? They're saying, oh, a snooker table, a dartboard and whatever. And I'm like, those are things that you just see on TV and everything, realizing that man don't know no one that's actually got a gaming room. So it's like, all right, cool. Let me show the country, the world, like people that look like me, what you can fill a space with like this and make them understand the things that exist that can like surround themselves with things that they love and make them happy. You get what I'm saying?
Sick, sick. And Neni?
I've pretty much been, I wouldn't say I'm the stereotypical geek, because I do get a lot that I don't look like a geek, but like I've been in this world from early. I wanted to be a robotics engineer from like 6 years old. So, and I've not changed, I've been in that. But I feel like I was so used to, I guess, microaggressions and always being the minority in the room in all my fields. So I've loved gaming from early, shout out to the Sims gang. I've loved anime from early, I've loved tech from early, but I'm a black woman. Do you know what I mean? And I'm a black woman from South. I just feel like the rooms were never really catered to me. So 3 years ago, I started Anime and Chill, which is a safe and inclusive space for people who love gaming, who love anime, who love nerd culture, but often feel like they've been ostracized from the scene. And I like to say it's blackity, black, black, black. Yeah, that's why I started that. And I think it's really important, like, especially with like everyone on this panel. I like the fact that we're not, you know, we're not white and cis males, because there is a narrative that girls can't look the way I do or act the way I do and be in these spaces. And it's sad because it makes other girls that look like me feel like they can't be here either. In everything I do, whether it's robotics or whether it's anime or whether it's gaming, I try to be like, not a role model per se, but a figure that someone can look at and be like, oh, rah, like, I know Neni. Neni went to Croydon College and she's building robots now. You know what I mean? Like, she likes anime and she's going to go, like, smash a couple people later in FIFA. Cool, like, I want to be like her. So, yeah, representation is key.
Peach, what about yourself?
I will be so real. Peer pressure. I had the pleasure of having a lot of content creator friends. Everybody loves gaming. And I was just sitting in Discord and everyone was like, do you know what, Peach? For all of the reactions, all of the vim, everything that you're doing in Discord, I feel like you should, make something of it and share it with the people. And I think having a community that games, that streams, that is creative, especially considering that my day-to-day work isn't as creative as content creation, it turned into a really positive outlet for me to like connect with like-minded people, share my interests, because like Neni said, being a black woman in the gaming space, they make it sound like we're fairies. So it's nice to be able to exist as a person that likes gaming and share that with people with a very similar background and experience. And I hope that, just me being myself on the internet inspires other people to do the same,
Love that. Smurfing Turk, what about you, my G?
Yeah, no, with me, I basically started doing FIFA videos, FIFA challenges, and then slowly it progressed into public interviews. And that's when my YouTube career started doing more well. I've always been into gaming as well. I used to skip school just to play FIFA. I've always loved gaming, and you can always make good content with gaming. You just have to add like a little twist to it and just make it more engaging, and just consistency is key. So it just always never give up and keep doing what you love, and it will pay off.
Love that. Now, one of the things that's super important to me, and one of the things that I have a lot of conversation with parents is, should my kid be playing their console all of the time? Should I be allowing them to play it? Should I be forcing them to go outside and stuff like that? And one of the key things that was a big thing in my life is when I was younger, I never knew you could have a career in this field. And then you are one of the forefront people in the space that I speak to. What are some of the challenges you found growing your brand and kind of navigating yourself around this industry?
I think the more obvious one is I'm a woman and I'm a black woman. I often would go with other people in my community to like meetings and stuff, and they'd be speaking to the men, and the men would be like, okay, that's great, thank you for talking to me, but I'm just an intern here. She's the founder, and then they'd have to pivot it like back to me. So I think it's always that. And I mean, I get this in tech as well. So it's just trying to navigate spaces as a black woman. And I'm a black woman. I'm very proud of being from South. I kind of carry myself like I am from South. So I think that was the biggest issue for me in the beginning. I was transitioning from being a gamer and being a content creator and all of that to being a professional. And it's different when you have a brand and you have people who believe in you and people that you have to support, because the pressure's on, but it's also like, I'm no longer just a consumer now. Like, I'm actually a leader. So everything I say, everything I do is going to affect the next person if I'm not careful. So going into meetings in the beginning, I was quite overwhelmed. I was like, let me say the right thing, because this brand might not want to work with a black woman again, just based off my interaction with them. So yeah, it did make me kind of sit up and be like, you're not that little girl from South no more. Like, you're a big woman now. You got to carry yourself properly. And yeah, so that's kind of what I've had to learn along the way, just the transition from being like a gamer to being my own personal brand, and then having a brand with other people who are part of that. So yeah.
Sick. Peach, one of the things that happen on a lot of like online gaming forums is sometimes they can be quite toxic. How have you found yourself navigating around the gaming space safely so parents know how to kind of the communities and the places where their kids can go and game safely and they don't have to worry about them getting abused or worry about people slandering them or something like that?
One thing about me, I am not scared of that block button. You see me block, mute, ban. My mods, listen, if you've ever been in my stream, I'm very heavy and intentional about making it a safe space. One minor infraction, gone. I don't want to hear nothing. And I feel like because I'm a Gen Zer, when I grew up, the internet was very much a lawless place. It still is a lawless place, to be honest. And I think like it's a shame that it has to be that way. in the sense of like people feel like they can come on the internet and say any and everything. That may be true for the whole entirety of Twitter, not in my stream. And I think not only in my stream, but in Discords, in other people, and I think the content creators that I associate myself with are very much the same. And I think one reason why I'm really big on like safety online is that like I feel like I was one of the last generations that had like youth clubs or like third spaces where you could go and you didn't have to pay. And what I feel like is really beautiful about the gaming industry is that you now, so long as you have a console and access to the internet, you can create that third space, that youth club for free at home. And there's nothing stopping you as a parent from creating your own Discord server. And if you know who your kids' friends are at school, monitoring that, having that there for them, like your kids are online, set up a FIFA match in your house. Like couch co-op, I feel like is something that we've lost. But the games still have the functionality. There's nothing stopping you from doing that. And I feel like it's a really beautiful thing to be able to do. And I feel like I encourage parents to do it because it's like, gaming for me has been very pivotal in shaping how I think. I feel like being exposed to different genres, different like characters with different stories, you get to see world in a different way and you get to experience other people's points of view. And I feel like that's really important for shaping soft skills like problem solving, how you communicate, like do you need to be concise in this scenario? And it does it in a way, especially for kids, that isn't, this is how you do A, this is what the outcome of B should be, and making it very monotonous and boring. I feel like it's a really good way not only to enhance their learning at home, but also building a relationship with your child that isn't just, I told you to go and do X and Y, why is it not done yet? Do you know what I mean?
I fully hear you there, you there. Smurfing, one of the things when it comes to being a content creator is being able to create from nothing. And there's a lot of younger kids who are really interested in making YouTube videos or streaming on TikTok and stuff like that. What advice would you give someone who wanted to just start creating their own content?
My advice is just do it, and whatever ideas you got, just do it. Like literally, it's that simple. As in, like, don't overthink it. Just whatever ideas you got, go for it and try and pursue it.
Yeah, that's so important as well. Joe, how do you navigate actually speaking to brands, contacting brands, someone who may be a bit forward in their content creating space? How do they actually earn revenue? How do they speak to brands and stuff like that?
Well, the thing is, like, the same way you said the Smurfing, like, how do you like do all this and without getting any money at all? What you got to remember is when you're starting something, everything's free in it. Yeah, I'm trying to say, like, when I started my rap career, I'm putting out music. I'm not getting paid until I get paid. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to securing a brand deal, bruv, you just make and you make people understand to themselves, right, this is what I'm going to do for free. Imagine what I'm going to do when you pay me. You know what I'm trying to say? You make them understand why you're an asset, why you're an investment. Because if you're investing that much in yourself and no one is giving you anything, then they know they can trust within your time when it comes to them investing into you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's it. All right, really quickly, and I only want a quick answer from each of you. Obviously, we're all gamers. What is one of your favorite gaming pieces of tech? All right, I'm going to go first. I've been gaming for years. I love my PlayStation 5, and I love the DualSense. I think the DualSense is a sick piece of gaming tech. We're going to go opposite way this time. I'm going to start with you. What's one of your...
Same like you, I'll say PlayStation 5. Never really been an Xbox guy, but I'm not going to lie, there's, Oculus as well.
Yeah.
I've seen bits and bobs on Oculus. I don't really play it because it hurts my eyes.
Yeah, the Quest is hard, but still.
But my dad loves it, and he's like 63, and trust me, he's on Oculus, he's online, he's in that world. He's in the VR world, man. You wouldn't believe it, but it's like for any age, man. So that's how important gaming is as well. It's like, it's not just for the young people, it's for all ages, and you just have to enjoy yourself and just explore.
Peach?
My Switch, like I can do it handheld, I can do it on dock, and the games are cheap. It's not every day Super Mario Kart, whatever the heck. They got some good £2, £3 games on there. You'll get a lifetime full of fun from that thing. So yeah, man, for sure.
And Neni?
I'm kind of like old school. I'm really loving retro gaming again, you know. I will happily, do you know what it is? I found my DS the other day. I applied my little techie skills to it. I was like, let me try and fix this, you know. And I was so gassed. I was so excited. I was like, wow, like this is the predecessor for all the stuff that we have now. Like this was really the console. I mean, I'm 30, but it's like at the time I was like, whoa, like this is sick. So for me, I'm just re-loving retro gaming and arcade games as well. But from a tech standpoint, the Oculus, it's serious.
Yeah, the Oculus bang still.
Yeah.
Joey?
I'm literally the same as you. Like that DualSense it's mad. It's, you know what it is, yeah? Like I said the PlayStation 4, I was thinking, like, how are they gonna beat this? This is crazy and everything. And I look at it not just from this is a great piece of hardware perspective. It's like a great piece of marketing and like immersing someone into the world from a new angle. You get what I'm trying to say? Like I was saying, like we all know they're gonna bring the resolution and all that kind of stuff there and whatever. But it's like you make me feel like I'm inside of it even more. That's the one thing the Oculus hasn't got. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like as much as you're in the VR world and you can see everything, like feeling like you're in it is so important. Like, you know, like if you're doing a good job and I'll grab your shot and I'm like, yeah, man, good. That makes you, so yeah, that for me, like DualSense is incredible.